Good morning, Norman. In all honesty, I believe Norman is probably going to be fine. However, that ending still hits you right in the feels when you just see Emma's face when she looks at the seat and she realizes that Norman is he's gone, he's dead. It's a sad sight. Norman sacrifices himself. It's something that's been built up for many chapters now. And finally, it comes to pass, and Norman is shipped off. Now, with the final scene of Norman in this chapter, we're led to believe something's going on. Either he's witnessed something very horrifying, or something completely unexpected he never thought he would see. Because let's factor in what we have seen thus far from this series, but also how Norman has reacted and how Sister Crone looked at them and realized and got information out of them. So you remember when Sister Crone was, questioning Norman and also questioning Emma, trying to get information out of them, and then they were trying to get information out of her, and, they didn't react to, the trackers or anything like that, all this different information that we are already aware of, and that they were aware of. They didn't, react or act shocked or anything like that. And remember Sister Crone? She's like, oh, you didn't act shocked or anything like that at all. You seemed like you're already very aware of what was possibly going to happen or what most likely could happen, and obviously you know something. So she got information out of Norman and Emma by them not even doing anything, just by their reaction to the words she was saying. So they were already well aware, and she figured it out because they were already aware of this information. So if we factor that in, that entire scene with Sister Crone, Norman, and Emma, and factored in what we see here, whatever Norman saw was something he had no idea was going to happen. Something he was not planned to see. He never planned to see whatever he saw in that final panel with him in this chapter. So whatever it is, it's not a demon. I just want to make that point blank, because we already know he's seen a demon. He already expects demons. He expected a Rose to die, whatever. He was facing death. He was being brave. But whatever he saw when he walked into that waiting room was something that he never thought he would see. He never even had it come into his mind. So that is where the line of hope is put right now. There is a potential possibility that whatever he is seeing in that final scene is something that either is going to save him, or it's even worse than he feared, whatever is about to happen. It's even worse than he ever imagined, which that in of itself is pretty damn terrifying. So let's think about it like this. The chapter is titled Resistance. Now, one of the common themes of this chapter, you see to where there is resistance. You see to where Emma, she puts up resistance against, Norman, what he's doing, but also Isabel. And she tries to save him. And obviously, it's futile. It doesn't really help at all. And Norman still gets shipped off. And, everything goes according to plan of what Isabel wants. And that's why many might think this chapter title is called Resistance. However, there is something else we need to factor into this as well. There has been constant theories and many discussions about Isabel and what she wants to accomplish, but on top of that, is she truly a selfish person? Is she someone that just thinks about her own well-being and is sacrificing people, just putting them on the chopping block for she can continue to live? Or does she have another angle? Because we do know from a flashback that Isabel, at one point in her time, she did try to escape the farm. She tried to get away, and now we know what she was looking at when she tried to escape the farm. She looked down and saw the pit. That's what she saw. So she realized, holy shit, fucking G, I can't get out right now because of the pit and all that in the wall. So we know Isabel is someone that wanted to escape a long time ago. We don't know what happened after that. We just do know that she wasn't killed. She managed to become a mother, what she is right now. And because of this, it makes you wonder, is Isabel someone that is like a double agent? Is she someone that is actually a good guy, but she has to be evil to actually keep her cover to where the demons don't catch on to her and like, oh, we need to kill her because she's trying to start shit and get the children out. And in this case, that might be what's going on here, because the chapter is called Resistance. Let's think about what was going on with Norman in this chapter. He's shipped off early, very early, okay? He's going there, we're told that he needs to go into the waiting room. He goes into the waiting room, he's absolutely shocked. He's terrified. Whatever is going on in his face, we don't know. He's terrified, shocked, whatever. Whatever he saw, it's something that he did not expect. So there is a potential possibility, whatever's going on there, he either is going to become someone that's going to be able to survive, maybe someone that is like what we saw from Scientist or whatever, or he's going to be someone that's going to become like someone that can mate with other women to be able to make more children. That's a potential possibility. Or, on top of that, he's being sent off to another part of headquarters, or he might be joining some form of resistance that maybe Isabel is setting up or something, because of the chapter title being titled Resistance. Now, there's many ways this can go, and like I said, Isabel might be potentially just completely evil, and from what we've seen from her character thus far, many might come to the speculation that she actually just looks at the children, not as children, but as pets. Someone like, you know, a dog, a cat, or whatever, and when they finally, you know, reach that age to where they need to die, or you need to, you know, take care of them, or, you know, send them off to the shelter or whatever, she realizes that's just the cycle of life. And I feel like many might view Isabel's character, myself included, I kind of, you know, view Isabel's character like that she's someone that just views the children like pets. And she doesn't really care about, you know, them as people. She doesn't view them as people. And so, because of this, you have it to where she's like, oh, they die, they die. That's just how it is. She accepts it and she just moves on. She cares about them, but she just moves on. And that's kind of what many might view her character as. So, there is a potential possibility she doesn't care. And whatever's going on with Norman, he's probably having a fate worse than death, or he is going to die. It's just something you didn't expect in the way he is going to die. Regardless, though, a lot of mystery is building up right now with Norman in that final panel of the chapter. Now, another thing to talk about I need to kind of dive into is Phil. Oh my god, like, that kid is fucking, like, that man is Satan. Like, that little kid is fucking a devil. Like, fucking devil. Like I've said, I don't trust that little bitch. I don't trust Phil at all. That man, there's just no way. There's just no way that man is innocent at all. And when you see how he reacted in this chapter, he's like, bye, Norman, and you just see like a little tear or something like right on his eye, and you see this big ass smile. I'm like, it's so fucking shady. He gets so much dialogue. He's always in the background for key scenes and shit. Just like, oh my god. Like, seriously, I'm waiting for that, like, revelation with Phil. Phil just pops up out of nowhere. He's like, I am the true demon of this farm or something. Just something crazy. Like, something fucking insane. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this? Just, I see Phil being so crazy. Like, this man is someone that's manipulating shit, or he's behind a lot of shit, or whatever. I just feel like Phil, this man, he's planning so much shit. He's got things planned. And I mean, the way he's been a part of so many key scenes throughout the manga so far, just something's off about this character. He's always there. He always gets some form of dialogue or something that makes him look innocent, but you know for a fact this fucking kid ain't innocent. There's just no way. Like, no fucking way that kid is innocent. So with that being said, chapter overall, The Promised Neverland, chapter 30, was a good chapter. I just, you know, I don't think Norman is dead. I don't. I just want to go on a limb here and say I don't think he is dead, because shonen series dictate that, you know, most likely the main character wouldn't die. That's what majority of shonen dictate. But on top of that, though, it's the way it's been written. The way it's been written, it wouldn't feel like it's an ass pull if Norman survived or not, because of his character, but also the reaction at the end. So, it's a potential possibility he's not dead, and I believe he's not dead, but if he does die, I could also believe that as well, because of three main characters. We have three main characters, obviously. In normal shonen, you only need one, maybe two, and so seeing, you know, someone like Norman getting axed, completely killed off, I can understand it. I could even see Emma dying. I could legit see Emma dying, and maybe only Ray and Norman being the only ones alive if, you know, he wasn't supposedly killed off in this chapter. So what I'm getting at is that one of these three dying, potential possibility. It's not out of the equation, since we're in the early stages of the series. This is kind of like the prequel, like all the setup to what is going to happen eventually once they finally escape. So anything could happen, any character can die right now, and any character can possibly become the main central character of the series once everything is said and done. I mean, who's to say, like, look, I want to throw this out here, but who's to say that Emma, Norman, and Ray don't all end up dying, and for some reason, little asshole Phil is actually actually the main character. Somehow he, despite all odds, this man is actually a good man. He's been paying attention, and he actually becomes the main character. Because look, this series is not called The Promised Emma, or The Promised Norman or Ray or whatever. It's The Promised Neverland. So it doesn't have a character name in the title, so it doesn't need to keep that main character alive. So who's to say that one of the little children might be the main character down the road? Because, I mean, Shonen has done that. Other series have done this. Shift the main character over once, you know, I guess the start is finished. Who's to say that might not happen? Who knows? Regardless, though, good chapter. Can't wait to see what happens next. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And I love you all so much. Please be safe. Shibuya.